1, 2. Okay.
All these years, freaking terrified of the Bat. He's just a guy. Just some rich guy. I don't care how much kung fu he knows. I don't care how much money he blows on body armor and tanks. Batman's gone. Bruce Wayne's just a man in a cape as far as I'm concerned.
That worked.
Riddler, tell me what you know.
All right, I'll talk. Just don't hurt me.
Good.
So, real quick. The content that I really want to talk about, DC-wise, is one, we're getting a 18+ Batcave Lego set, which you guys don't know. Legos are one of my guilty pleasures, and lately DC has been backtracking with Batman and giving us Lego sets based off of early Batman movies. Giving us two different versions of the Tumbler, giving us a version of the 89 Batmobile and 89 Batwing. And we are getting
Keep on him! Put your foot down! Batman showed up. I'm getting out of here while
and we are getting now the Batcave, which will be a Batman 89 set. They confirmed that it will be based off of the Michael Keaton Batcave. Wow. Well, at least I tried it out. Alright, so yeah, it'll be based off of the Michael Keaton Batcave. From what we got told, it will be based off of Batman Returns, which I believe that would be a stupid fucking thing to do if you're gonna base it off of any version of Michael Keaton's Batcave. Based off of the Flash movie, because it's going to be packed full of just pieces of that history of that universe. A bunch of different bat suits. And you could still add the Penguin minifigure, Joker minifigure, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman figure, but you would be adding new stuff too, because you would be able to. You would have more variety. Because if you guys don't know, in Batman Returns, the Batcave is less than stellar, if that's the right word to use. The cave obviously looks like it's lacking a lot. Like it barely even has a computer altogether. But it was just nothing but a bunch of platforms, maybe the Batmobile and the Batwing, and that's it. But it was pretty much a blank slate. So basing it off of the 89 Batman Returns movie Batcave, would be kind of weird, and a lot of us were in demand that we wanted it to be based off of the comic books, so we could get a actual good version of Giant Penny, T-Rex, and Joker card. Especially because with that all together, we will get a variety of bat suits. And especially because if it's an 18+ set, we could get like a tattered Robin suit. Because if you guys want to know, Iconic trophies in the Batcave consists of Jason's Robin suit, the giant T-Rex from the time when Dick and Bruce was stranded in a mechanical theme park that had mechanical dinosaurs,
If we don't find something soon,
the giant penny that came from the Penny Plunderer, the giant Joker card, which is self-explanatory, came from Joker. But then there's a bunch of other stuff like Ra's al Ghul's sword, a deck of Joker cards, a coin for Two-Face, a old suit from Mr. Freeze, the OG bat suit, Thomas Wayne's bat suit from the Halloween party that inspired the bat suit that Bruce wears today. A letter from Thomas Wayne that was ripped up in the Rebirth story. And give or take depending on what universe, it does, sometimes it will have JoJo's gun. Sometimes.
Scarecrow dope. Oh, that stuff was nasty. So what's Scarecrow's goddamn? We weren't taking orders from that freak anyhow. Oh crap, he's coming at me!
Which, yeah. That's a lot of the reason why people wanted Batcave to be based off of the you know, comic books.
That needs to die already. I can't believe no one's taken him out
And that's kind of my reason. But, you know, 89 Batcave. That's still pretty cool. Other news,
Oh crap! Oh god! Run!
oh, Blue Beetle. That slipped my mind. The Blue Beetle trailer looks good. I only have one gripe about the Blue Beetle trailer, and that's Batman being called a fascist.
That freaking Batcave fires non-lethal
My main gripe to that is, if you don't know the definition of the word, why would you use it? Which, if you look at the definition of the word fascist,
Jeez, he's coming after us!
it really doesn't have anything that Batman stands for. Batman isn't really a fascist. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. It's one stupid thing out of a buttload of things I actually do like on the trailer. The Blue Beetle suit looks amazing. I love the fact that that suit's actually practical. Like, they didn't CGI the suit like Marvel likes to do all the fucking time. And the only CGI they did use was for the eyes. I even love the fact that they have also basically made it so Dan Garrett and Ted Kord are both canons to that universe, which is even cooler. I love how horrific the fucking Blue Beetle suit does look. Like when it comes to transformation.
A bragging reporter's worse than an arc, but perhaps the assassin has found his mark.
Which, yeah, that's the funnier part. I believe that it should look horrifying.
Meet something moved quickly in a freezer. This company's owned by a Cockney geezer. Freezer.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of just walking around, trying to make sure I'm distracted because with the games like this, I am trying to play this while I'm talking.
Simon Stagg, open.
So yeah, I do like the Blue Beetle. I do like the Blue Beetle movie from the trailer alone. I kind of don't like the fact that they're making him a college student.
Simon Stagg, open.
I thought that was gonna work, but it didn't. Okay. I was trying to trap myself. But that's kind of pretty much it. I don't know not a whole lot about it yet. I think we are gonna say about that. But I can't wait for it to come out.
Moved quickly in a freezer. This company's owned by a Cockney geezer. Freezer.
Alright, give me one sec. Okay, this is fucking annoying. This is gonna suck. Let's see if this works. Fuck! Okay. Damn it. Hold up. Damn it. Okay. This is gonna be annoying. Oh. Okay, so this is just... How the fuck? Okay, so. Okay. That's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. What was that? Alright, let's look around over here. But you know, alright, back to everything else. Another thing that causes a lot of people to, you know, dislike
Simon
The
Stagg.
Rock.
Open.
The fact is that The Rock kind of caused pissed off a lot of people by sitting there trying to separate Shazam and Black Adam, and he did it it was a lot worse than we thought, because, well, the motherfucker was sitting there was trying to make this motherfucker was sitting here trying to make the story all about Shazam versus Superman instead of the most iconic rivalry, which is Shazam versus Black Adam. I think I said that wrong. Yeah, I did. Sorry. Well, fuck. I'm tired.
It's a race against time, detective. My money's on time. Race against time, detective.
So, when I break someone's arm, it's battery. When Rich Boy Wayne does the same damn thing, it's vigilantism. That's one sweet gig. Yeah, I want a piece of that. Oh, it's easy, man. Just go get yourself a few $1 billion.
The fuck?
A quite stunning failure. Would you like to try again, detective? You'll fail once more. Fail once more.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little sluggish because I don't know how to do this. Now, let's see. Jonathan Kent's gonna be in the Injustice universe. He's gonna pop up in the Injustice universe.
Time to race me, Batman. Well, not me, but the hypothetical time in which I would naturally complete the course. Race me, Batman.
Scarecrow pulling this on Halloween. Guess he's got a sense of humor after all.
Fuck! And dickhead over there decided, okay, let's...
Too slow. What was that, a practice run? Try it again at some semblance of speed.
Actually, yeah, technically this was a practice run. Because I'm trying to fucking do this right. Alright, so...
Think of this not as a time trial, detective, but as a time ordeal. Time.
I guess Arkham Knight was just like all the other losers who tried to beat the Bat.
There we go. I forgot to press the button real quick. Well, that was fun. Ish.
Lost Batman, unable to decide.
no, I have to solve all riddles, but I have never done this on a game. So keep this in mind. I've never fucking solved all the riddles. I never considered them important. I never deliberately do that. In my personal thought process, making it that you have to solve all the riddles in every single fucking Arkham game is a chore. It is annoying. Like, I get it if you're a completionist, but I don't see the idea. I don't see the joy in constantly solving these, because all they do are they're just rage reducing. I just throw in the category of, they say that it's required, but it really isn't really required.
Batman, come on, let's go over there.
That's the category I put it in. Like, it's not necessary to beat it, but for some odd reason they made it as some weird requirement.
I barely breathed the whiff of this stuff.
Falcon 5 to control. We're tracking rioters on Bleak Island, over.
Alright, real quick. I'm going to ask this as a question because it is something that's gonna bug a lot of people.
Kid or something?
So, them retconning Deadshot in the Arkham games. That would be fine and dandy and all if there wasn't an animated movie that was canon towards the Arkham games altogether.
Is that car tank tax deductible or something?
That kind of proves that version of Deadshot, the original version of Deadshot, is Deadshot.
So hang on.
Because the whole daughter thing, you
Batman
know.
is Bruce Wayne. Then who's been playing Bruce Wayne?
But granted, also at the same time, Amanda Waller doesn't look like that she ate an entire cow either, so I could be, you know. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be. Don't like to think I'm wrong, but I might be wrong. But yeah. I don't think I probably have talked about the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League video game, and I've probably also talked about Gotham Knights' death as well. But oh god, the hatred towards Gotham Knights. Ooh, I've never played the game, but oh my god. I can't believe how much hatred that game actually is getting.
Harley? Don't be. She's as bad as he was. Except she's not as funny when she's torturing you. Is that why you quit? You bet. Joker would do some nasty stuff with a cattle prod. But he knew how to make everyone laugh while he was doing it.
Like, holy shit. Alright. I'm going to say this. A lot of its hatred is coming from the dynamic of the game. It doesn't seem smooth. Which I kind of agree. From looking at people playing the gameplay looks clunky. But I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. Like I said, I haven't played the game, so who knows? It might not be clunky, or it may look clunky, but might not be clunky in person.
Dear God, this is a public service announcement.
It could be nice.
Has not solved
Now, the other complaint I'm going to simply say, and this is something that a lot of people aren't surprised by, the lack there of Batman. And the fact is that they brought Batman back just to kill him off. Which, kudos for keeping him dead, but why bring him back just to kill him off again? That just seems like a stupid fucking thing to do. It just makes me believe that they're gonna bring him back, which in all honesty. And I would say they had the right to do so, because bringing him back, like bringing in like a Batman DLC that you could free roam as Batman, maybe, you know, drive the Batmobile in Gotham Knights, would add a form of gameplay and add a form of new element to the game. Which a lot of people want. So, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to them, you know, doing that. But I would rather see a bunch of other characters be released first. For example, I really would like to see them do something with Tim Fox. He's a relatively new version of Batman, and, you know, they're not going to give us Bruce Wayne Batman. It would be a decent alternative. Granted, I could be a little biased because Tim Fox Batman is my second favorite Batman. I would also really like to see Signal in the game. I would love to see Signal in Gotham Knights.
First Joker dies. Now the Batman's unmasked. Gotham's gonna be a different place from now on.
I would say anything else, maybe Stephanie Brown?
Nice driving.
Maybe,
idiot.
like,
It's right there. Just go. You wanna take the wheel?
granted, I don't think, you know, DC really gives a shit about Stephanie Brown anymore. Because, one, they got rid of a awesome relationship between Stephanie Brown and Tim for Bernard.
Where is it?
Oh, God.
Those boys were hightailing it out of here.
Bernard's just...
All their asses. But still,
Bernard has a personality of dry.
What season? Just
Wallpaper.
story mode only.
What? Hold up. Wasn't paying attention. I was talking shit about one of my least favorite comic book characters.
I miss Scarecrow speeches.
Give me 1 moment. I'll fix that.
Make skill I wanna see.
Texting again does not help. I'm sorry. Here, give me 1 sec.
Okay, we'll join a couple
This
of
season
rides.
is just
But I can't be out all
doing-
night. It's my turn to watch the kids tomorrow.
I would say with Gotham Knights, I'm going to try to interpret your comment. With Gotham Knights,
Bye-bye, Arkham Knight.
if it's a Batman storyline for a DLC, I would say do something with the Joker. Mainly because, in the end of the day, you shouldn't be focusing too much energy on a story with Batman, because Gotham Knight's main focus really isn't Batman. But if you're going to give us a DLC story with Bruce Wayne Batman, I would say do it with the Joker. You know, bring them both into the game. And maybe do something like what they did when they brought Batman back during Rebirth. That would be pretty cool. You know, make it so like the Lazarus Pit did heal him, but, you know, took away all of his memory. And Alfred knew that Bruce was still alive after that entire incident, but he didn't want to tell the Bat family about it because he wanted Bruce to finally live his life without being Batman. But Joker comes back to Gotham and spreads more chaos after finding out that Batman's dead. And he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe that Batman is dead. So he's trying to force Batman out of hiding. And the Bat family is terrified of the Joker. They never fought the Joker on their own before. And the Joker is one of the very few people Batman didn't want them to assist with. Mainly because of Jason. But this is the aftermath of that is Alfred telling the Bat family that Bruce is still alive. He is helping build a build a foster house and everything about that. And they realize that Bruce doesn't have his memories about being Batman. So they try to help him remember. But then they realize there was a device that Bruce made a while back that would put the experiences and memories of Batman into anyone who is worthy enough to be next Caped Crusader. But it never worked because the levels of trauma that machine would be giving you could drive a man insane. But then they realized the only person who could probably deal with it all would be Bruce, because it is all Bruce's trauma. So they use it with him, which will bring Batman back. But Batman decides, you know what? You guys have done so well without me. This is not just my fight. This is your fight too. You guys ain't sidekicks anymore. You guys are heroes in your own right. And the story will be about Batman just basically telling them that he's not just the knight. He is not the only knight in Gotham. They are the knight as well. Which would keep the story dynamic of what the Gotham Knights was trying to pull, but keeping the aspect of Batman as well.
It's always the same, ain't it? Some new kid comes along saying he's gonna kill the Bat. And does he kill the Bat? He don't kill the Bat. Exactly. You'd think they know better by now.
Now, if anything else, I would say Signal. I would love a story about him trying to save his parents. His parents were victims of the Joker gassing during Endgame, and having a story about him trying to find and save his parents would be kind of a great idea. I forgot that. Thought that was a riddle for a moment. With Tim Fox, I would like a story about after Bruce's death. Lucius believes that there is still a need for a Batman, so he tried to talk to Luke, who Luke back then was Batwing, but Luke decided he didn't want to be part of it.
Elegant, beautiful, ingeniously designed death traps. You'd better solve them before some...
But Tim, realizing that Lucius was the reason why Batman had his equipment, he snuck into the lab and took matters in his own hands. turning turning Tim into the next Batman without Lucius knowing about it. Until, like, in the end, Lucius will find out and then gives him it and tells him that he's proud of Tim, and then proceeds to help Tim actually be Batman. With the help of the Bat family, of course.
There's a friggin' army out there. They ain't killed them yet.
Ha, that is details you explain.
How would I would end Tim Fox's story DLC? Or how would it start?
We need Joker back. He get everybody.
I would honestly just start off with a conversation with Luke and Lucius talking about Luke's days as Batwing and how the reason why he, quit being Batwing. I would say Tim would have like more of a checkered past, because back then in like the comic books, Tim was originally a villain. He was more of like Luke's evil stepbrother, or evil brother, my bad. But I would also put into the fact that while he was trying to change himself, he wants to sit there and try to prove himself to his father. He wants his dad to be proud of him. Because in reality, all he really wants is his father to be happy and proud of him. Because the only attention that he has seen, the only time he's ever seen Lucius proud would probably be because of Luke. And he wants to see that, pride. With Stephanie's story, I would say do something with Cluemaster. I would say Stephanie was, keeping an eye on her father for the longest time. And it led her to go to Bloodhaven. Because that's where Cluemaster decided to start his crimes. But now Cluemaster's back in Gotham. That resulted in Stephanie coming back. Tim, having, the personal relationship he does with Stephanie, would cause some collision, because now he loves Stephanie, but he's with Bernard now. I would say the result of this is them, agreeing to be friends, even though that would pain me, because I'm trying to find a more realistic route, because in reality, my story would start off with Bernard being killed off and Stephanie and Tim having their happily ever after, because I absolutely hate Bernard. But my reasoning for hating Bernard is because he's drier than drywall. He gives a rock personality. I mean, okay, if you want to give Tim a relationship with a boy, why not it be Connor? Why not let it be Superboy? Why make a totally new fucking love interest for fucking Tim, and then make him one of the worst fucking love interests in history? Like, he gives Kristen Dunst's Mary Jane fucking personality. Like, holy shit. I should probably stop now, because if I don't, I'm gonna get into this mindless rant about fucking Bernard, the worst character in existence in my eyes. Now, here's something that I would like. Here's something that would be kind of cool. DLC that would a DLC story that would give an origin story to Huntress with Catwoman. Like, Huntress wouldn't be in the game, but, well, per se, she wouldn't be playable because she would be a toddler. But how about a story about Selina Kyle coming back to Gotham, and her goal is to find her daughter, which the Bat family finds out this is a daughter of Bruce. What this would do would be giving us a story about another one of Batman's kids that a lot of people used to like but now hate because they don't know who this character is anymore in all actuality, as well as doing something that, well, what Spider-Man did, but you know, did it without the whole why situation, because the Black Cat DLC was driven by Felicia Hardy lying to Peter, saying that she has a son, but just play the game and you know what I'm talking about.
This is more like it.
But this would be actual merit, like this being a Batman story with Catwoman would have some actual merit, because if anything, with Catwoman, she doesn't really lie to Bruce. Like, surprisingly enough, Catwoman and Bruce's relationship's a lot better than what most people really think.
He's the guy who made our lives hell for as long as I can remember.
And it's also one of the most iconic. And if done right, like a story about Bruce having a daughter, it would make sense. It would be a good idea. And let's say this. The whole Selina hiding Helena from Bruce could be driven by the fact that Gotham needed a Batman, and she knew with Bruce when it comes to family, if Bruce found out that he had a daughter, he would probably quit being Batman, and she didn't want to risk that. And I would say this fear was stoked by Bane. Bane decided to play mind games with Catwoman and cause her to believe that Gotham will lose its protector if Batman is happy. Which would result... My reasoning for this would be because then we'll get a villain like Bane in the Gotham Knights universe. And...
Riddler.
we would get Catwoman as well.
Sure, whatever you say.
We're done.
I'm tired. I'm also going to say this. Me taking a break from DC Universe Online is I'm going to cut it short. So I'm going to see what I can do. I can't be leaving people behind. I really can't be, and what the fact is that I was a league leader. It seems like a stupid thing to do altogether. Fuck. I forgot about this. This is like the one Batmobile that could be easily tipped over. But no, anyways. But those would be the stories of Gotham Knights. But enough talking about Gotham Knights. Let's talk about Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, shall we? I am strongly convinced that what they're going to be doing with this would be intertwining this with the movies. Like, they're going to reboot the Arkhamverse, but then rebooting how they're going to do it is it's going to bring in Damian Wayne. It will bring in a buttload of new characters. But I'll also say this. It kind of leads perfectly with what they're doing with DC line of movies altogether. Which is terrifying to me, because that's making me think, are they going to make an Arkham line of movies? I'll be right back. I need to go use the bathroom. So, admire the fact that Batman is staring directly at you guys.
Let's hit a liquor store next. Can't believe everyone's running scared. Gotham really went soft without Joker. Can't believe the losers in this town spend a decade getting the crap kicked out of them by Bruce Wayne. I could take him easy. Ain't it great having these streets all to ourselves? Ha! The militia boys are crapping their pants, but the new boss won't let them go. I ain't heard from Beeks in ages. I think he went all religious or something. I ain't never had so much fun. Look, the Arkham Knight's just some tough guy with a bunch of soldiers for hire at his back. Two-Face, Riddler, hell, even Penguin. Now they own this town. They always will. I think I saw Batman earlier. Guy's looking a little hairier these days. figured you were getting the smokes. That's the whole reason we raided that damn place. You know, the only thing that's missing is if that freak from Metropolis flew in here. Is there anywhere left that ain't been looted? I'm getting bored. Starting to think maybe I gotta sniff of that gas. Hard to tell with all this messed up crap going on. Militia don't scare me. This is our city. We get to terrorize it. No one else. I was one of Scarecrow's patients back at the asylum. I'm glad the bat got him.
Alright, now I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. It took me a little while. But no, I think we're gonna get Arkham Knight movies because James Gunn says that his DC Universe is gonna be intertwined with movies and video games and comic books. Which is pretty cool and all.
In the abandoned shopping mall with Riddles, symbolically proving once again that I am by far the greater villain.
Which by far would be a really cool thing altogether. And it would be giving us a storyline that we're somewhat familiar with. And we could have a version of comic-y suits with a touch to realism to them. Because if you guys remember the Arkham bat suit from City and Asylum was pretty much the iconic gray and black bat suit with a more detailed look. And it looked like that it would translate really well to live action.
Look, would you just shut up about it? You scream too if you thought you saw the Run! Get away from us!
There you go.
Nice driving, idiots. He's right there.
Well, if you guys are wondering why I'm using the Michael Keaton Batmobile and Batsuit, oh, so I could literally do horrifying shit without people going, Batman doesn't kill. I would do this with Ben Affleck's version of Batman, but nah.
The retro classic car thing going on. Didn't turn into a freaking tank either.
And also, I really just want to use the Michael Keaton Batsuit because Michael Keaton's now hip. Why does this look like that it's meant to be a stage for you to fight people in Gotham? Fun fact about Arkham Knight, did you know that there was supposed to be another mission like hidden within the game, and it was going to be coded into planning altogether, and it wasn't the Prometheus mission too. It was actually Victor Zsasz. Victor Zsasz was actually intended to be a boss battle in the game, where you were supposed to find him and, you know, take him down.
Batman is a force of nature. This whole Wayne thing ruins it for me.
Like, I still kind of wish that they would have done something, like give us a Most Wanted Part 2. Maybe give us, like, a bunch of other villains, like Scarface, Prometheus, Calendar Man, etc., so on and so forth. Maybe give us a bunch of suits, too. But granted, I also believe that they should have given us a Azrael bat suit for... Well, give us the Nightfall bat suit for Azrael. Give us a Red Robin skin. And give us a skin for Batgirl as well. You know, give us some form of cosmetics for these characters. But that's pretty much it with all of that. Well, I'm coming to figure out, and this is what a lot of people told me, the reason why they were trying to retcon Deadshot is because they want to make him look more like the movie version of Deadshot, but why would you do something that Marvel does that Marvel fans hate? Believe it or not, Marvel doesn't like, believe it or not, Marvel fans absolutely hate when you change a character to look like their movie counterpart. Because then it just takes away everything that made that character that you liked so important. Like, with Moon Knight, now they're going to make Khonshu a real figure, even though, like, the appeal to Moon Knight, to a lot of Moon Knight fans, was the fact is that you never knew if Moon Knight was actually crazy or if he was telling the truth about the god Khonshu taking over his body and turning him into an avatar. Like, he didn't know. Like, that was the beauty of it. But now we're gonna see him have superpowers and all this bullcrap. Fucking Star-Lord was extremely competent until the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Like he was a fucking genius. And he actually was a competent leader. Now, you know, they changed him to be based more like the movie version. Hell, they even made him look like the movie version too. Hell, they even did the same thing to Iron Man. Iron Man was actually more stoic and serious, but then they, you know, changed him to be more like Robert Downey Jr. because, you know, guess who was playing, you know, Iron Man during the time. And that was also, and like I've also said this before, with the whole Samuel Jackson and Nick Fury thing. If you guys don't know, the Nick Fury that Samuel Jackson's based off of is Ultimate Fury, which is cool and all, but now they turned that version of Nick Fury into the main 616 continuity because Well, brand synergy is Marvel's bread and butter. Now DC's trying to do that. What the hell?
And now I've seen a couple of prison riots in my time, but this is way better.
Like Marvel fans hate this. Why is DC trying to do it? There we go. I do also, from the looks at what they're doing with like these characters for DC, it looks like that they're preparing us all to see gray and blue Batsuits be translated into continuity when it comes to Batman. Because if you look at it, Batman's armored suit is gray and blue in the Flash movie. You see a gray and blue Batsuit in the Michael Keaton suit chamber. Like, they're literally preparing us to see a line of gray and blue Batsuits. Which I find that to be awesome. And if anyone knows me knows I absolutely love the gray and blue Batsuit, and I believe that it makes more sense for Batman. And I will explain it like this. You guys know, like, in simplest terms, Batman was trained by ninjas. That's not technically completely accurate, but it is accurate enough that you can say that. Batman was technically trained by ninjas. And from what research has shown, ninjas didn't wear black. In the daylight, they wore more normal clothing because they were blending in that way, but at night, their garbs were a dark navy blue. Because if you look in the night sky is not complete, is not black. And I would say Batman wearing a very dark urban gray with a dark blue would make sense, because the dark blue would help him blend in with the night sky, the urban gray would help him blend with the streets. It just makes sense altogether. And before any dipshit says, well, it's not accurate to bats because bats are this. Bats are brown. So by your logic, Batman should either be completely brown or completely gray. Because bats aren't black. They do have, some bats are a really dark brown that looks black, but bats aren't black. Hate to break it to you guys. So having it in blue would also make sense. Would pretty much make sense. And I'm going to simply say it like this. Having an all-black suit, even in the night sky, would still help make you stick out like a sore thumb. It would make you stick out even more. Think about it. Shadows, like, nothing isn't completely pitch black. Like, there's always some form of color. Hell, I'll even say this. Yellow on a... Okay, the yellow golden... Like, the golden belt and yellow oval around the emblem does make sense. Because think about it like this. The yellow oval has always been told, like, explained like this. The yellow oval around the bat symbol was to give criminals to aim at because there was a little trick. That was where a majority of his armor plating was. Now, a golden belt, I would say Give me a moment.
Actually, yeah, keep out of his way.
I would say it would make sense for color division, because in the end of the day, it could easily be covered. If with the kit, it could easily be covered. No one's going to notice it. Like, no one's going to notice it. If they're just seeing, you know, his silhouette. And it would be one of the easiest things to find.
Who's leading the militia now?
Okay, shit. Oh, so that's how it's meant for.
I think I saw Batman earlier. Guy's looking a little hairier these days.
But no, that's pretty much it. This actually looks like a pretty awesome secret hideout. But, yeah. I don't get the weird hatred that a lot of people have towards Batman wearing blue.
Pulling this on Halloween.
Because it just makes more sense.
You were with Two-Face? I was on Penguin's crew. Beats me.
I'm going to flat say this. There is no way for me to actually, you know, explain Robin wearing bright colors. I'm sorry. All my explanations would be for Robin wearing bright colors would just be kind of douchey on Batman's part, but that's pretty much it. Oh, to explain the bright blue on Nightwing is... It's been explained in the comic books to death. Nightwing's suit is very light sensitive, so when he's lurking in the shadows, that blue will turn black. But other than that, like if he's, you know, out and about, it will turn blue. It will turn bright blue again. I would explain it being bright blue is because Nightwing wants to be seen. You know, he does take some aspects of stealth, but in reality, he wants to be seen by the public. He wants people to know that he's out there. Okay, now... Other than that, that's pretty much it when it comes to that discussion. Yeah, that 1% is Riddler. That 1% is literally just Riddler. He's the only guy I do not have in here. If you guys are really wondering, I don't ever make Azrael try to kill Batman because I do like the idea of Azrael going on his own mission, which they could have done, give him his own story mission. That would have been awesome. Like hell, what they could have done, and this would have been really cool. Azrael fights the Order of Saint Dumas. Fights another version of Azrael. Finding out that he isn't the only person that the Order of Saint Dumas was brainwashing, and this could be John Paul Valley. Which results in him trying to save this version of Azrael, but this version of Azrael will die. And we will see a more nightmare version of Batman afterwards. And we find out that Azrael has been accepted as Gotham's protector. But Bruce is going to still be out there to lurk in the shadows. But Azrael is the next Batman. And I would say giving him the Nightfall Batsuit would be the best option. Like, I mean, he already plays as Batman altogether anyways. So doing this would have been, you know, a great idea. And then we would literally have the ability to, you know, put Azrael in a batsuit. So every time he pops up in the campaign, he would be wearing a batsuit.
I always thought the person inside
I really don't have anything else to talk about. I'm so sorry, you guys. I probably should have had a bunch of other stuff to talk about, but, you know, I'm an idiot, and I just had to make a, you know, trash video for today. There you guys go. Here's my trash video for today. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, yada yada, do all that fun stuff. If not, that's totally cool, I understand. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.
Starting to think maybe I gotta sniff it.